NFL's smartest plays. Some NFL moments look like magic, but they were pure intelligence. These are the plays where players thought faster than everyone else and changed games, seasons, and Super Bowl history with brilliant decisions. These are the moments where players relied on mental speed, not just physical talent, to beat elite defenses and shock the world. Let's begin. Number 20, Seahawks fake field goal, 2014 NFC Championship. The Packers were expecting a routine field goal in the 2014 NFC Championship game. Instead, Seattle snapped the ball to holder Jon Ryan. Ryan rolled to his left and found eligible lineman Garry Gilliam running downfield completely uncovered. Ryan floated a perfect pass. Gilliam scored, and the momentum of the game instantly shifted. The fake field goal turned a desperate situation into a spark that ignited Seattle's comeback. It was perfectly disguised, called at a critical moment, and showed how special team strategy can completely rewrite a playoff game. Number 19, Patrick Mahomes' left-handed pass versus Denver. In 2018, against the Denver Broncos, Patrick Mahomes showed unmatched improvisational intelligence. As Von Miller and the pass rush closed in, Mahomes switched the ball to his left hand while scrambling. Instead of taking a sack, he calmly tossed a left-handed pass to Tyreek Hill for a first down. It was not luck or desperation. Mahomes processed the situation instantly and made the smartest possible move in real time, keeping the drive alive and stunning the defense. Number 18, the Mountaineer Shot, 2019. In 2019, the Miami Dolphins pulled off one of the most creative and intelligent trick plays of the decade against the Philadelphia Eagles. Lined up for what looked like a standard field goal, the Dolphins instead ran Mountaineer Shot. Punter Matt Hack took the snap, moved left as if he were rolling out, then flipped a pass to kicker Jason Sanders, slipping into the end zone. The Eagles' defense completely sold out to block the kick and never expected the punter to kicker connection. It was a masterclass in using alignment, misdirection, and opponent tendencies to manufacture a touchdown out of nowhere. Number 17, Rams punt misdirection, 2014. In 2014, the Rams ran a punt return trick that fooled the entire Seahawks coverage unit. Devon Austin casually drifted toward the left sideline as if he were waiting for the punt. Seattle's defenders locked onto him and flowed in that direction, but the actual punt went to Stedman Bailey on the opposite side of the field. With the coverage unit completely out of position, Bailey had nothing but open grass in front of him and scored untouched. The brilliance was not just the return itself, but the way St. Louis manipulated defensive attention with body language and formation. Number 16, Pat McAfee's onside kick recovery, 2015. Pat McAfee was known for his personality, but his football IQ was just as impressive. Facing the Texans in 2015, he noticed on film that Tennessee's front line on kickoffs consistently left a small gap. McAfee decided to exploit it. Instead of a normal kickoff, he dribbled a perfect onside kick straight into that soft spot, sprinted forward, and recovered his own kick before anyone else reacted. There was nothing random about it. It was pure preparation meeting execution, turning a risky special teams gamble into one of the smartest plays of the decade. Number 15, Adam Vinatieri touchdown pass to Troy Brown, 2004. Most fans remember Adam Vinatieri for clutch field goals, not touchdown passes. On November 7, 2004, Adam Vinatieri threw his only career touchdown pass to Troy Brown on a fake field goal during a game against the St. Louis Rams. Vinatieri took a direct snap, rolled out, and threw a 4-yard pass to a wide-open Brown for the score. The play worked because nobody expected the kicker to throw it. It turned a special team situation into a free scoring opportunity through timing, surprise, and trust in execution. Number 14, Troy Polamalu's goal line leap. Troy Polamalu's anticipation was legendary. On several goal line plays, he timed the snap so perfectly that he literally jumped over the offensive line just as the ball was snapped, crashing into the quarterback before the sneak even developed. Most players would either mistime the jump and draw a penalty or get washed out of the play. Polamalu studied cadence, film, and subtle tendencies so deeply that he could attack the exact moment the ball moved. Those goal line leaps were not guesswork. They were the product of elite preparation and fearless execution. Number 13, Travis Kelce's heads-up flip, 2019. In 2019, Travis Kelce produced one of the smartest improvised plays of his career. After catching a pass over the middle, he turned upfield but saw defenders closing in from every angle. Instead of trying to fight for a few extra contested yards, he flipped the ball backward to LaShawn McCoy, who was trailing with a much clearer running lane. The lateral was not drawn up in the playbook. It was a real-time decision based on awareness of where his teammate was. That quick thinking turned a routine gain into a much bigger play and showed how high-level awareness can extend a simple completion into something special. Number 12, Todd Gurley's smart move, 2018. Against the Packers in 2018, Todd Gurley had a clear lane to the end zone late in the game. Most running backs would have happily taken the touchdown. Instead, Gurley slowed down and slid inbound near the 4-yard line. That decision forced Green Bay to burn their final timeout and allowed the Rams to run out the clock. He gave up personal stats, fantasy points, and highlight reel glory to secure a guaranteed win for his team. It was a textbook example of situational awareness and understanding that game management can be more valuable than another score. Number 11, Ed Reed's lateral, 2010. Ed Reed lateral 2010 refers to a famous play in 2010 where Hall of Fame safety Ed Reed intercepted a pass and then executed a behind-the-back lateral pass to teammate DeJuan Landry, who ran it in for a touchdown. The play is famous for its audacity and execution, which is why it is frequently referenced as an example of Reed's instincts and skill. Number 10, Patriots safety play. The New England Patriots intentionally took a safety to improve their strategic position. Rather than punting from deep in their own end zone and risking a block that could hand the opponent a touchdown, they chose to concede 2 points. The trade-off gave them better field position for a free kick and allowed them to reset defensively. It is a counterintuitive move, willingly putting points on the board for the other team. But in the right situation, it prevents a much larger swing and flips control of field position. It is a classic example of sacrificing a small loss to avoid a catastrophic one. Number 9, Patriots multiple eligible-ineligible receiver trick, 2015 playoffs. In the 2015 playoffs against the Ravens, the Patriots used the rulebook like a weapon. They lined up in formations where players who usually would be eligible receivers were declared ineligible and vice versa. Baltimore's defenders were left scrambling, unsure of who could legally catch the ball. New England snapped quickly, took advantage of the hesitation, and picked up critical yards while burning valuable timeouts from a confused Ravens sideline. The tactic was so effective and controversial that the NFL later adjusted the rules, which is the ultimate sign of how powerful that strategic wrinkle really was. Number 8, Bill Belichick's clock-bleeding punt strategy versus the Jets, 2015. Bill Belichick again showed how closely he understands the fine print of NFL rules. In the game against the Jets, the Patriots intentionally took certain penalties on a punt in a way that allowed the clock to continue running. The Jets declined the penalties without realizing the timing loophole that Belichick was exploiting. As a result, New England drained extra seconds off the clock and limited the time New York would have on offense. It was not about one big highlight play. It was about controlling time itself through detailed knowledge of the rulebook. Number 7, Dan Marino's fake spike, 1994. In 1994, Dan Marino delivered one of the most famous examples of football deception. Late in the game, he rushed his offense to the line, signaling like he was going to spike the ball to stop the clock. The defense relaxed, expecting the play to be dead. Instead, Marino took the snap and immediately fired a strike to Mark Ingram in the end zone for a touchdown. It was acting, timing, and confidence all rolled into one snap. Ever since, defenses have been warned, never assume a spike is really a spike. Number 6, the Music City Miracle, 2000. In the 2000 AFC wildcard game, the Titans executed one of the smartest kickoff return plays in NFL history. With time running out, Lorenzo Neal fielded the kickoff, handed the ball to Frank Wycheck, and Wycheck threw a lateral across the field to Kevin Dyson. The Bills' coverage unit hesitated, thinking the pass might be illegal. Replays later confirmed that the throw was just backward enough to be legal. Dyson sprinted 75 yards for the game-winning touchdown. The precision required to keep that pass on the right side of the rulebook turned a desperate situation into a legendary moment. Number 5, Antoine Randle El's pass, 2006. In Super Bowl 40, the Steelers added brains to their bruising style of football. They handed the ball off on a reverse to Randle El, a wide receiver who had played quarterback in college. As the defense flowed toward the perceived run, Randle El suddenly pulled up and launched a perfect spiral downfield to Hines Ward for a touchdown. It was the first touchdown pass ever thrown by a wide receiver in a Super Bowl. The timing, the call, and the trust required to run that play on the biggest stage all underline how intelligence and creativity can win championships. Number 4. Saints surprise onside kick, 2010. In Super Bowl 44, the Saints came out of halftime and made one of the boldest strategic decisions in Super Bowl history. Instead of a standard deep kickoff, they executed a surprise onside kick. The Colts were completely caught off guard. New Orleans recovered, seized momentum, and never looked back on their way to a championship. It was risky, but it was not reckless. The Saints had studied the Colts' return formation, knew the vulnerability, and chose the perfect moment to attack it. Number 3. Statue of Liberty, 2007. In a 2007 playoff game, the New England Patriots ran a reverse Statue of Liberty trick play against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Unlike the traditional play where a pass is faked, the Patriots faked a handoff to a running back, causing the defense to commit before Tom Brady threw a touchdown pass to Wes Welker. This version of the play was so deceptive that Brady was able to throw to an uncovered Welker in the end zone for the score. Number 2. The Philly Special, 2018. In Super Bowl 52, the Eagles faced a crucial 4th and goal situation just before halftime. Instead of settling for a field goal, they called the Philly Special. Nick Foles walked toward the line of scrimmage as if he were changing the play. The ball was snapped directly to Corey Clement, who flipped it to Trey Burton on a reverse. Burton then lofted a pass to Foles, now wide open in the end zone. The Patriots expected a conservative run or simple pass, not the quarterback turning into a receiver. It took courage to call that play and precise execution to pull it off on football's biggest stage. Number 1. The helmet catch, Super Bowl 42. At number 1 is the play that mixed intelligence, instinct, and sheer determination. In Super Bowl 42, Eli Manning escaped what looked like a sure sack as the Patriots' pass rush collapsed the pocket. Instead of going down or throwing the ball away, he fought free and launched a pass downfield to David Tyree. Covered tightly by Rodney Harrison, Tyree pinned the ball against his helmet, maintained control through contact, and somehow kept it from touching the turf. That single decision by Manning to give his receiver a chance and Tyree's unbelievable concentration to complete the catch helped the Giants finish the drive, upset the undefeated Patriots, and prevent a 19-0 season. It remains one of the smartest and most iconic plays ever executed on a Super Bowl stage. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the NFL's smartest plays, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support helps us bring you deeper analysis, hidden football stories, and more high IQ NFL moments every week.